How do I start this with like joke?
You need a bit.
I'm trying to. I don't know what to call.
We have so many news. I don't know to figure out a bit around that.
Well, no, it's Halloween. We gotta.
You're
be
right.
spooky.
It's Halloween.
I don't know what the spooky thing to call listeners.
Goblins and ghouls.
Ghosts and ghouls. Yeah,
ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. Yeah.
Okay.
And gnomes.
Perfect.
Gnomes, but gnomes
Nailed
is a
it.
silent G.
Gnomes. Well, no, we respect gnomes here. This is. I don't know if you've seen our server.
It's just. We are a very gnome-friendly community. Yep. Gnomes are welcome.
Oh my god! I just realized it's Friday.
Yes.
Hold on, I gotta go to general real quick.
No problem.
There we go.
Yes.
Oh, thank Gnome, it's Friday. I've been trying to add more Gnome gifts as stickers, but like, they have to be an APG. 2, they have to be a specific. They have to specifically be 320 by 320. And 3, they have to be under 500 kilobytes.
Yeah, I have never tried so wow, I wasn't aware it's very specific.
Yeah. So, like, it's really hard to get other GIFs in there. It's like, you can only get square-sized GIFs.
Right.
But if you scale GIFs up, then, like, it's gonna raise the size of them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then it's like, you can try to compress them.
And then it just looks like crap, yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't quite work. Like, I tried to get the one of the gnome, like, pointing, and then, like, the VR chat gnome pointing up, and then he, like, starts pretending to fuck him. Fucky ass. But I couldn't quite get it to fit. And that makes me really sad, because I think that would be a really good sticker. I also just wanted to get the explosion GIF.
Uh-huh.
Which is just like, it's the explosion GIF, but it's like a really tall GIF. Oh. And it's like, okay, if I could just add some negative space to the like left and right of this would be really easy. Turns out that is not an easy thing to do. It's in fact really annoying.
That's very finicky that it has such tight requirements, and then
GIFs are annoying. Gotta find like better GIF editors out there. Hello, ghosts and ghouls, and welcome to a very spooky edition of the Video Game Boo Boo Podcast. I'm Scott Boo, and today I have one other guest with me. What is your scary name?
I can't think of one right now, but hi, it's LV. Hi, I'm here.
Scare me.
Ooh, disembodied voices.
Oh, what about like eek?
Oh,
movie?
eek me. Sure. We'll go with that.
We're having a very spooky podcast here today. I'm scared. I know you're scared as well.
I'm pretty scared.
I'm looking at.
It's pretty scary out there.
I'm looking at this news section. I'm so fucking terrified.
This is perhaps one of the scariest news cycles we've gone through this week.
We missed last week, and not only that, like, most of the stuff that happened is from this week. Like, it's not even like the week of buildup. It's just like this past week was just nothing but
so much has happened yesterday alone. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's start talking video games. Let's start off with a real spooky banger. Elvie, please tell me about Detention.
Hello. Oh yes. Hi. So, by now, I did recently a review of Detention's film adaptation. And you can find it on the website right now. And it has spoilers. It has so many spoilers. But yeah, if you're not aware, Detention is a game by Red Candle Games, a Taiwanese video game developer, which revolves around, you waking up in a school, seemingly abandoned, seemingly all ruined, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Now you have to navigate this school and figure out what the hell is going on. And in 2019, there was a film adaptation of it, and more recently, there actually was like a loose Netflix sequel, which I haven't really touched. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I had the opportunity to review the film adaptation of it. But as a result, I went back and replayed the game, of course. You know, I didn't really complete it, but I at least dipped my toes back into it.
Sure.
And it's fucking scary. Like, I think, admittedly, I know exactly what happens in the end. There's actually, there's like 2 different endings depending on what you do towards the climax of the game. But yeah, I never really completed because it's fucking scary. And like going back into it again from like just years later, the game I think it was released around 2016, I believe 2017. Yeah, initially, it's pretty spooky. And I guess because well, it speaks a lot to like how really well designed it is. You know, for something to get horror depends a lot on ambience. So, and when you're playing a video game, you're in it. You know, you're immersed in it. And its sound design is great. It's like, it has such great sound design in terms of like, just the subtlety of like, okay, there's something off to the side and, oh shit, there's like a monster there, like, and your screen, you don't see, it's off screen. It's a side-scrolling game, so you're not going to see a full view of like what's coming. So you have to like be very careful about stuff and like, oh, okay, I have to be aware and approach it with caution. One of the mechanics in the game is that in order to pass by like a couple of monsters, your character just has to hold her breath. But of course, as a human, we have a limit to how long we can do that. Mm-hmm. So you have to really time it and like using sound as like a cue as to figure out when to plan ahead over like, oh, there's a monster in that direction. It's coming my direction. I have to figure out when to time that, stuff like that. And just subtle things like, hearing like creaks and cracks. The door creaking is the freakiest. Yeah. I fucking hate like door creaking sounds. It's like, it's like shit. Is someone there? Like what is going on? It's very good at just tiny stuff like that, even though it seems like it's not a big deal. But I think even just that alone, like, nails the head on like how much they knew what they were doing when they made this game. And it's interesting where I think, I even commented this on the film review where Red Candle Games, I feel like they got a lot of publicity out of the controversy of Devotion specifically, and right. I think a lot of people know more. A lot of people were introduced to them through Devotion first and not Detention, which was like their first game published and pushed out there. So, like again, if you were, and now Devotion actually is available. They actually figured out how to establish a storefront because, again, through that controversy, they had to pull it because there was some political things referenced in it. I
forget where it's being hosted now. I know, like,
it's on their own website.
Oh, it is? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, on their own website. I think initially some of their games were on Playism, but I know Playism I think is shutting down. I'm not sure. I have to double check with that. But like they on their own website, you can get DRM free versions of those 2 games, Attention and Devotion.
That rocks. So, yeah. Good for them.
Yeah. So they figured it out, and like as far as I know, they have something in development. Like last post they did on their socials was in March this year or last year, but they do have something in the works apparently. But it doesn't seem like it's a full-on horror game like these 2, but it seems like it does have like still horror elements to it, but it looks like a platformer or something. But I don't know, it's very interesting. So they're still working, they're still doing something. But like for sure, like I feel like a lot of people were introduced to them through that first. And I'm not sure if like those same, like if, and I'm certain though, like if you have had the fortune to play Devotion, I'm sure you're probably someone who also has already tapped into like the curiosity of what Detention is. Which yeah, in spite of myself being a scaredy cat, it is a solid game. It's a great game. It's very, but yeah, it doesn't hold back in terms of what it does. Because in a sense, it does again tap into what seems to be a recurring theme across like the 2 games they have put out so far, which is tapping into like political history to like as an allegory or to connect with what the greater plot is. And I think that's like stunning to where they're able to like intertwine it in such a way where I think it's very intelligent and it makes sense. It's not just slapping on like, criticizing something just for just for the sake of it without really, saying the obvious things, it's saying, it's actually incorporated in such a way that makes sense to like the character you're playing who basically, she doesn't remember like why did she wake up in like the school and the way it is. And that's kind of the whole thing. It's like, it's a whole game about discovery. And I guess to lightly tap into the movie, but, without going so deep, because you can read my review, which I go into. It's very different in the sense of how they choose to do exposition, where up front, it's very chronological, I think, with like explaining like what the deal is with the school, etc., and then like going a little more into these characters' backstories up front with the spooky stuff just on top of it. Whereas, you know, in a video game, at least in the video game, it's very in media res. You don't know what the hell is going on, and I kind of prefer that. And in a way, you know, and again, I know this is probably coming from a bias because I've experienced the game first, but for sure, I think there's strength in like.
Yeah,
that discovery, especially in a horror game, you know?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Because it's like, when you don't know exactly what's going on, that like really strengthens like the discovery aspect of horror.
Oh, yeah.
And you said specifically that like, you know, not only is it like a difficult game to like get into just because it's scary, but also it's also like very emotionally challenging.
Oh,
like,
no, for sure.
It's dealing with a lot of themes of like abuse and like, and like, I haven't played it. I have like a general overview of what the story is, but it's like, it's a lot of stuff that's really, really difficult to like deal with and think about, and I think it's like really bold of them to tackle it in the way they have. Right.
I think in that regard, though, like I don't think that makes the movie bad in any way. Like I think in a way, it kind of makes it more accessible, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think that's a great thing. Like, you know, but I think it does achieve like the end goal of like the message they're trying to come across, which ultimately is about like overcoming. It's in a way, it's kind of like about grieving. It's, you know, again, not to go into spoilers of it, but it's about grieving. It's about overcoming like pain and like hardship. And learning to like accept the guilt of the mistakes you've made and realize, you know, sometimes there's unfortunately like bigger power, like, you know, there's greater powers that forced you in this situation. And, you know, you had, you know, and like, you know, it's especially since again, like, you know, the most difficult things is that you're playing like a teenage girl essentially. And I think that's what also is like, really challenging about it. You know, they don't hold back in showing like the bad stuff that had happened to her, you know, or will happen to her, you know. So, and like her classmates too, which again was pivotal to like the political backdrop this takes place in or is referencing. You know, but that said, I think it does it in a way that's very, you know, deliberate. It's not like, you know, it's not exploitive. It's very much, this is purposeful, you know, and I think that's why it stands its ground as being really artistic. So ultimately, I don't know when the movie itself will see wider distribution. You know, hopefully like hopefully the good press coverage of it, like will probably, you know, make it more accessible at some point and some platform or in some capacity, to support. But for sure, like there's also the games, you know, for sure, you know, and now, you know, here's the knowledge that even on their own website, you can support a DRM free version of the games on Red Candle Games' own storefront. Very, very spooky. Spooky with a point.
What else have you been playing?
On the other hand, not spooky. You know, we're going up and down here. I played this really cute game called Haven Park, and I think I would compare it to a short hike. It's very similar if anyone has played a short hike before, where you're kind of dropped onto this big map that the goal is to explore. The goal is to explore and to collect things, and you're going to meet people around this map to, and you know, they might give you tasks to do. In a short hike, you're like this bird who's like, being told like, oh, you got to go to this point. And then they're very hesitant and they're kind of afraid. And like, you know, over time, like there's actually this mechanic where your flight level height can increase. Like you can jump higher, you can fly higher and longer as you have to go literally, go up and like elevate yourself towards the top of this like hiking trail. So it's really the end goal is about like overcoming your fears and, you know, overcoming challenges in addition to kind of just finding yourself. Whereas Haven Park, you know, I'm talking about its similarity because, you know, it has a similar setup or even the map kind of looks similar where, the difference is that your character, which again, a little cute bird, you're expectant of what you're supposed to do here. And it is that you're at this national park where, it has degraded over time. You're meeting your grandma. She's not going to get younger by the minute. And she's handing you this like, basically the keys to run this park and start, you know, managing it. So pretty much the whole focus of the game is you like running these little campsites and like just adding and buying all this these furnishings and like going around the camp to fix things like broken lampposts and like broken fencing, etc. And yeah, it's basically just one of those like completionist obsessive games. But it's very cute. It's very cute. But it's really sad. Like once you realize the gist of what it is thematically, it is essentially about like being passed on tradition, accepting that like over time, like, you know, like there's going to be, someone's going to eventually age out and pass away. And then like, you're going to be the one to carry on that legacy of that person. Yeah. Yeah. Cause again, there's pretty much the crux of like, I somehow managed to complete this game 100%. I just kept playing this hours on it. I got so addicted to it. It's, it just feels very nice. Like at a certain point, I was just, oh god, I gotta do every game, might as well. But the main storyline in the game is that you're meeting your grandmother like at various points of the map, So ultimately you still have to like do a lot of things to progress the map because for instance, like the path is not straightforward. For instance, like you're going to reach a certain point where you're following the signs and you're like, oh, weird, like a landslide happened here years ago and I can't pass the path. So you have to figure out like, what is the alternate way for me to get up to where I need to go? Which supposedly that's where you will meet your grandma. And it's like, well, how did she get there? But that's another question for another time. But ultimately, yeah, you still have to complete certain tasks, such as fixing certain parts, like, what's the word? Is it a tram or something? Or like, it's like a ski lift, but it's not a ski lift.
Right.
It's an air tram or air monorail, I think.
Yeah.
One of those words. Again, like you reach a point where it's like, oh shoot, like this part is locked off. What do I do? And you find this broken tram thing and you realize, oh, I gotta fix it. But then you gotta collect the materials to fix it. So yeah, that's how you kind of furnish all the different campsites and what have you, by collecting materials I find, like rocks, wood, etc. And yeah, like the sim aspect of it is very simple and straightforward. And like stuff like spawns around. So like as you're going around this place, this map anyway, you're bound to like easily refresh like materials you need. But over time, you're gonna have limits like you ran out of inventory space, or like shit, that's so far. Like how can I, like you have little skills you can unlock to like being able to run faster, or like increasing your inventory space, or like increasing your light radius too, like to figure out like, oh, is there a place I missed? Like you can kind of see at the corners, like, oh, I gotta go up there. So, like there's like a lot of like just minute things to this that make like a very big cohesive whole of a game that is otherwise not complex at all. And yeah, it's just really cute. Like there's like literally a button for you to just squeak. There's just a squeak button. It's like great, wonderful. I love this. I'm just squeaking. And like the NPCs that come to your campsites, they all have like various like eccentric, quirky comments they tell you. It's like, oh, I love this place. But then some of them also like give you some of the extra tasks you can complete, which again are optional. Ultimately, the main progress of the game is dependent on you like meeting your grandmother at various points and her giving you life advice. Which again, yeah, I almost cried at this game. It's just like very like damn, like this is like very thoughtful for like what it is on the surface, but. Yeah, it
sounds cool.
Yeah. So Haven Park, like, and yeah, it does a cool like focus blur effect where like you can kind of see things at a distance as if like you're looking through a camera, etc. But like yeah, like overall, it's like if you're like one of those completionist types, like this is certainly something you would like, and like hours on end will be obsessed with trying to figure out how to complete. And you might cry a little, so that's a warning. You might shed a tear because it's the message it brings is very touching, especially once you finish it, once you realize the implications of what it was. So, yeah, no twist there. It's just like sad, There's just sad implications as to why you're doing this,
Awesome. I'm looking on what I played. The game sort of sounds a lot like The Good Life. Sort of, not really. But, like, in the sense of, like, so I've been playing The Good Life. I don't think I'm anywhere near finishing it. But I've been playing
whenever you update, it sounds like such, like, it's like, it does this, everything you've shown so far of, like, the little updates, they do not look like they're from the same game.
No, it's like, it's the kind of game where it just, like, keeps throwing new things at you over and over again. It's like, alright, I guess I'll just accept that this is it. But, like, I took some time off of doing main missions and even doing side missions and just exploring around and just like getting myself familiar with the larger map, because like you're in like there, it's centered around a small like English burb out in the countryside, but turns out you can explore a lot of the countryside. So I've been just doing a lot of that, just going out, taking pictures, uploading those pictures so I can make money, because the thing I really enjoy about The Good Life is it does a really great job being a poverty simulator. But not in a way that is like, not in a way that is depressing. Like Pathologic 2 is a poverty simulator in the sense that like you're going into like garbage cans and grabbing every single thing that's not nailed down just so you have like something to hold on to. And this is more like, okay, I'm keeping my head above water, but also I have a ton of debt. I have a ton of debt. I can barely afford stuff around me. There's stuff I want to get that is just so expensive that I have no idea how I'm going to get it. But in the meantime, I'm like at least in this really nice place. I have a roof over my head. I can get food. Like everything, like all of my like necessities are covered. And that's what's important. And I think that's what The Good Life is really trying to do. Is like, it's not, I don't think it's trying to like be like a poverty tourism kind of thing, so much as like it's trying to capture the idea of like being poor in the same way that like, you know, a lot of us are poor. Like we're making enough money to keep our heads above water. Like we can afford nice things from time to time, but like, you know, some stuff is just so prohibitive that it's like, I can't imagine in my life ever being able to afford this. Like, I can't imagine how I'm going to get out of the $30 million debt this game puts you in from the start.
It actually, like, depicts something that's realistic and not, like, cartoonishly, like, an extreme.
Right. But at the same time, it's still a fantasy, because you're, you know, you're left alone in a beautiful English countryside.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's interesting in that sense. I'm having a good time with it. The things I'm really enjoying are, like, going around, like, finding little obstacles, figuring out ways around them, and then just, like, trying to figure out, like, what's my route for the day gonna be? Like, am I gonna go do this mission? Am I gonna go up to the quarry and, like, mine some ore? Because turns out there's a lot of crafting that needs to be done if I want to get better stuff. I finally upgraded my house to one that's not full of cobwebs. And that's like a really exciting thing that happened. It wasn't as expensive as I thought it was gonna be, but it was like, since it was part of an actual quest. But I imagine if I want to get an even better house, that one is going to be definitely not plausible. I think the other thing in regards to money is like your streams of revenue aren't such that like there's this one easy exploit for you to like grind money. No, it's like you take pictures and you post them online, and that's how you basically get spare change. Or you do favors for people in the form of side quests, and like if you do that, they'll give you like $10 maybe. like they pay you such small amounts all the time, and it's like, you know, it's better than how I have been doing, but at least, but you know, I want to get that new camera real bad. I want to get one that won't break every few seconds, that I gotta go and pay for it to get fixed. I
mean, just good. Imagine doing that in reality. Just like, hey, like, just going up to a stranger, like, you got a task for me? Can you give me $10? Like, yeah, that's pretty above realism, you know?
I think the way the game integrates it, though, makes a lot of sense. Because it's like, part of the game is ingratiating yourself in the town and meeting all the people, because you know there are a bunch of mysteries you gotta solve, so you meet all the people, they have their they have their things that need to be done, and then it's like one of the small things I did was like, hey, why don't you go activate a bunch of the like fast travel points? Because there are these shrines all around the place that you need to donate $1 to in order to activate. That's the other thing. Even like the esoteric stuff costs money. So you're always spending, not earning enough. But
damn.
But like but it's interesting because it's like, you know, I'm spending $1 to activate these things, and I'm getting paid back more than I spent for doing it. But I wish I got like, you know, I wish someone who was rich would just give me like $100 for once, you know? That's the kind of game this is. It's fun. I'm having a good time. I haven't quite run into anything that is extremely problematic. I think one thing that is maybe like not super great is like there is like one character in the town that's black, and she's like she is like she's the like farmer, like the rancher. So she's a little bit on the outskirts, but she's dressed up in like Daisy Dukes. So she's out of the box sexualized. But at the same time, she also has a comically large muscular arm. Only one of them. Only one.
What?
And it's very absurd. But at the same time, it's absurd, and it's like, I feel like this is maybe playing into some kind of stereotypes about black people that are like not super great.
Right.
But also it's like, it's just whenever I see her, she just looks so silly. Like it's the kind of thing where it's like, clearly the person who was designing this didn't think about the ways it might be offensive.
Right, because there's a lot there's a lot to like unpack there, where it's the combination of like both like other people, like black women being objectified in either they're being over sexualized or they're being over masculinized, and that seems to combine two things. If it was read, if that character was read in that way, so it's like, oh, that's yeah. And those are both, those are like stereotypes of two extremities, And
so far she's like, off the top of my head, she's like the only black woman character in the game I can remember. Like there's a black man, and he's not a stereotype at all. He's a writer, and he won't stop talking about like all of his he never really recognizes that you're there because he's an extremely posh writer type who's only ever talking about his like inspirations. He's pretty funny. I think he's good. But it's like, okay, this is a good character, but like, why is this other character?
Yeah, like, why is she like
cartoony?
Really, yeah,
I don't know. All the characters are cartoony in some way. Like the guy who like
why her one arm muscle.
I think that's funny.
It is.
I think like the other thing is like, if that character wasn't black, I don't think it would be anywhere near as like stereotypical. But also like, there's a lot of white people in this game. We need less white people in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's. I'm largely having a very good time. I really want to see how it goes. Like, we've done some really weird things so far. I played like I want to call it like a go-karting mini game, but I was riding a sheep.
Shit.
I played a drinking game. That one was pretty good. I'm gonna have another drinking game against the same guy soon. He claims he is drinking holy water and not alcohol. I don't know if that's true, but we'll find out. But that I got a lot of stuff on my plate in this game, and I'll eventually solve all the mysteries of this little hellhole that our character Naomi likes to call it, a goddamn hellhole. It's a nice place. I like it. What's Ashwalkers?
Ashwalkers is a survival narrative game it's not by Don't Nod. I forgot the name of it, but it's by the same people. It's by the same guy. Like, he has a different company. I think it's called Nameless something. Nameless 13, I think. I don't remember. And you're a crew of people who's trying to like survive in this narrative. No, you're a group of people who's walking through this post-apocalyptic setting where, you know, it's literally called Ashwalkers because, like, again, everything is literally covered in dust. Something you know, like, again, maybe like a volcanic disaster has happened and now everything's fucked over and covered in that. And like, it's very, you know, and like now there's just no unsustainable like life around. So yeah, you're just a group of people walking through this like wasteland, finding shelter, finding resources, finding like a place to like live in. And yeah, you're all in like suits and whatnot and like gear. And it's like, it's an odd game. It's definitely odd. I don't know. It's something like I have mixed feelings about for sure. And like you'll find other opinions about this where I think this, you know, I was like at a certain point, it's like this straight up, like I would have been okay if this like was a walking simulator or like at least a more like a visual novel because it's trying to incorporate like all these survival mechanics with some sort of RNG system going on, right? Where, you know, it's like your characters are walking like a fixed point, like on a line. You know, it's like, it's very point and click, or, you know, if there's like other controls, I didn't really play it that way, but yeah. And then you're walking through like this open map, but you're not really controlling. There's no reason to freely control them wherever they go because again, there's very fixed points where like, oh, you can find an item here and then like, et cetera. And then you can choose to go to this direction, etc. But either way, they're like, you know, you'll reach a certain point where like, oh, you find a building and you go into the building and you can choose to like settle in there or something bad will happen. There's also things like fight encounters, etc. But, for instance, in this one building, you know, you meet a bunch of other NPCs now. It's like, oh, wow, finally you meet other people. Like maybe they can help us, etc. And then it transitions to like this kind of like cutscene where there's like text dialogue you have to choose to kind of influence like, you know, like how are things going to change, like, you know, once you get out of that, are you going to be at a severe disadvantage, and like from what I remember it was something like, oh shit, those people are actually cultists and they're using this building they're using this building to do nefarious things.
I hate it when there's
hate cultists. It when that happens. And I ended up making one of my characters just try to fight them. Like, no, we gotta get out. And of course, like coming out of that, like that one character was like severely like messed up after, etc. And what have you. And, you know, again, and then we just continue along. Like, but yeah, it's just weird because it's very railroady. You know, I think that's what I'm trying to get. It's like railroady in like one sense, but at the same time, it's trying to like imply to you that a lot of the things you do are going to influence how things work out. But they don't really do anything beyond like, okay, it will mess up your character's status and what have, you know, like, and all that. I don't know. Like, I think about something that's like more successful, something like, I don't know, just, I guess like roguelikes in general, or things that do have kind of like roguelike mechanics where, you know, thinking about Darkest Dungeon, because the second one is in early access right now, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
And yeah. And thinking about something like that where, it's not just like, it's entirely like a combat focused game, you know, and in this case, like Ashwalkers is like, it has combat and has like collecting mechanics and like, but also has like visual novel mechanics to it. But
yeah, it seems more like, it seems focused. More like a sort of like non-linear, like, like adventure / survival thing.
Right. It's not very focused in what I think it wants to be. It's otherwise very beautiful. Like, again, like the whole grayscale effect. It looks cool. Yeah, it looks cool. Like, it feels fine, but like, it's just like, I don't know, I feel like this game would like be better if it had less and if it actually was embraced being more restrictive, you know? Like, cause like, I don't know, I feel like the whole thing would like, the combination of the survival sim aspect and the, you know, these cinematic events they encounter, like, kind of like at odds with each other in terms of like, what is actually influencing gameplay, you know, in a way that's just like, okay, you know, it's not something I feel like is worth replaying through once you go through and succeed one playthrough, because I feel like
it does have multiple endings.
Yeah, it does. It for sure does. But like, it doesn't feel, I don't know, it doesn't feel very flexible and the sort of exact same stuff I'm going to go through again. It feels a little arduous, you know. It's like, okay, I much rather have like
interesting
the survival sim aspect, or I much rather have like just the cutscenes, which will be, you know, it will be basically a visual novel, right?
Kind of off the bat, this reminds me a lot of, I don't know if you remember this game, but a game from 2016 called Tharsis, which was a like, it's it's sort of like FTL in
Yeah.
that you're like, you have a spaceship and you're trying to keep it together as best you can.
Right.
But it's based way more on like, here are your procedural characters. Here's what each of them are good at. Here's what you can do with them. And like, what's going on is the ship is constantly having disasters that are based on like RNG dice rolls.
Yeah,
and it's like, you have to roll dice in order to influence how you can solve those situations.
Mm-hmm.
But part of the game is like, characters can die.
Yeah.
And then when they're dead, the body is still there.
Oh.
Because you're in space.
Right, yeah.
And then, like, one of the other big concerns is that, like, food is really limited.
Yeah.
So, this is the kind of game where eventually you might have to cross the line into cannibalism.
Right.
And it's really interesting in how it tries to handle that stuff. Because it's like, as soon as you do it, like, none of the characters like it, but, like, you know, it might be necessary for them to actually survive. And it sort of reminds me of that kind of, Ashwalker sort of reminds me of that kind of game, in the sense of, like, things are just generally fucked up, you're trying to make it from point to point, you're just trying to survive, and things might keep getting worse. I don't necessarily know. I haven't played it myself, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, generally, it's trying to aim for that, but for sure, I have never encountered a moment where I felt like I was going to resort to that. You know, I could be surprised.
Really?
Maybe I'm like, I'm being consistent. I'm just like keeping afloat and like, but yeah, I think that's the thing too. Like, it doesn't feel hard. You know, I don't feel like, I feel like the stakes aren't like high, you know?
That's weird, because it feels like the stakes should be super high.
Right.
Like,
yeah. And I think that's what it is too. I think like I'm like saying all these words, but I think really when it comes down to it, I'm just like, this isn't hard enough. I'm complaining that I think that's what it is, actually.
Because, like, I'm looking at this, and there's, like, a menu for, like, food distribution, and it's, like, this guy, like, you basically only have, like, 2 food items, and you've got 4 characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, how are you gonna divvy this up? But it's, like...
I've never reached a moment where, like, I felt things were, like, dire. You know, for sure, I've had moments specifically from, like, combat situations, like, oh, shit, this character was fucked up from, like, an event, and then immediately we got a random encounter, but I don't know, it's because there's things like, you know, there's hunger and there's health actually, which are distinct things too. You know, like it never felt like it never felt like I was gonna be really screwed over. I think that's what it is. You know, it's weird to ask for that. It's like, you know, this should be harder, but like I for sure, like I know it's tricky, especially with games like these where they depend on randomization as well.
Yeah, it's like without the threat of things just spiraling and going wrong, like. It kind of makes a lot of this feel not meaningless, but like maybe you're just kind of meandering through it when it would probably be more interesting if the actual end of your game is everybody dies because they couldn't like keep it together.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, right, exactly. So that's why I think that's like why I'm thinking, like, it feels like there's too much going on where I don't really see the results or like need to do certain things, you know, again, where it's like, oh, okay, I'd much rather just have like a visual novel or a text adventure thing, you know, like a narrative adventure thing versus like me trying to balance all the meters of my characters, but then I'm not sure how much of that actually matters. And then, because I don't really see such a, in comparison to like another game I was playing, which is basically a walking simulator, but I think it's like actually striking, which is called The Longest Road on Earth, which in a way it's like both walking simulator and more like an interactive movie. And I'm bringing it up because again, it's similar and like it's just a very heavy narrative based game where just like Ashwalker's, it's also in black and white. Like, look at that. Wow.
Oh wow, it is.
Yeah, it is. And interesting about it is that again, you're like thrown into it without any context as to what's going on. You're in some sort of like mid-century or early modern century Americana setting where everyone's like an anthropomorphic animal. But yeah, in The Longest Road on Earth, you're kind of thrown into like a series of vignettes where you're seeing like you're in this like Americana setting where, everyone's characterized as like an anthropomorphic animal, and that's not important at all. It's purely just for visual sake.
I think it's very important. We need more games like this.
Sure. No, okay, definitely, yeah. On one side of things, and yeah, you're just kind of. It's very much like I said, an interactive movie. You're just experiencing like these daily lives of people. Like someone's just working in a factory. There's a kid running through like a pasture, and they all kind of loosely interconnect in a way, but not quite. And you don't really get the gist of like what's going on and towards the close end of it, the experience. And yeah, it's just trying to tell a story. It's not like forcing like all these weird game mechanics that I don't think are necessary to move it forward. And I think it succeeds in that way, compared to Ashwalkers, where again, I don't know if it knows what it wants to focus on.
Well, what's it about? Like, I want to hear more about the story of Longest Road on Earth.
Well, like I said, it's focusing on different characters, and it's just like it's hard to talk about the story because it's more about like these different. It's just literally like, I don't know. I wouldn't say slice of life. I don't think that's a correct way to describe it. I think it's really just a window of like a day, like a course of time of like these different like working class people,
Right.
Living their day in some sort of like vague American setting in a city, and just how, at some point they run into each other and how they connect back to like, well, a recurring thing is like there's like this alligator or crocodile. He runs at an antique shop. And one of the things is like, at some point he has to go, he's like, and he's very old, and you like go back and forth as him, like picking up something for a customer. At some point, one of the customers is another character you've seen in another like scene and like interact with that scene. Some of the interactive stuff is literally just like moving things around or just literally walking the character through like a very beautiful lush grassland. And none of them are ever named either. Like it's like you're playing with a silent movie.
Well, you say that, but like the other major thing about this is that it seems to be completely set to
a song. Yeah.
Yeah, it's set to it says here
a song with vocals.
20 original nostalgic songs.
Yep.
Which is interesting, like the idea of trying to set a game essentially to an album.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's a really neat concept.
Yeah.
Like without with the lack of like dialogue and mostly relying on visual cues, like it's trying to express like the mood of the music while it's trying to express like the mood of the music alongside this story,
mm-hmm.
or like trying to wrap those two things together. And I think that's a very like admirable experiment. Like, there are definitely very musical games out there. I can't really think of one that's like done it in the same style.
Yeah, it's like when I think of musical things, I think of like rhythm games immediately. But in this case,
mm-hmm.
they tried to weave some sort of loose narrative around the songs that were made for this, and I'm not sure which came first, but I think that's like a cool prompt to like set up something around,
it's the music was done by what's her name? I just saw it.
Yeah.
What is it? It's a Baicoli?
Yeah.
How do you spell that? Beicoli. Yeah, she seems like a not super well known. It's like fairly well known, but like not like a megastar or anything.
Right. And for sure,
like,
the word nostalgic,
I
think
it's set to like the game is set to her music, so I'm guessing it's like she wrote the music specifically for the game. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, and for sure, the word nostalgic, I think, like is it actually is used correctly here. It certainly feels that way with how like they're it's like these folksy songs, with how well it does fit and kind of sometimes intentionally juxtaposes like what you're seeing and what you're interacting with, despite the fact that this is probably takes place in 1940s, 50s, probably even earlier, depending.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely feel like you're in like you're seeing a window in time that that I don't know, you feel like an intimate connection to, even though you don't quite get what's going on. I think it's a very again, it's just a very, very interesting way of storytelling that I think it does it well and gets the point across.
I'm reading her pinned tweet right now, and it says, "Thanks to everyone involved in trusting me. I started this game knowing very little about making music. Now passing the finish line, I still have a lot to learn, and it feels great to know I have wonderful friends supporting me." That's really interesting that, like, this person who wanted to make this game, like, literally learned how to play music through it. That's neat.
Yeah,
and
love that.
I like the little bits I've heard. It's like a very, like, it's a very, like, good folksy sound. Very somber. Do you mind if I move on, or did you have more to talk about?
No, you can move on.
Okay. Speaking of things that are folksy, I finished Inscription, which we talked a little bit about last time I was on.
I've yet to try it. I have the demo downloaded, and for some reason, I've yet to touch it.
It rocks. I had a amazing time playing it.
So is it actually a short game? So
I want to try my best not to spoil it, but like, it's. I have my actual playtime here. I believe it was like 10 hours.
Oh, okay.
Like, not like super short, but not like, not like massively long either.
Right.
I know people who are already going back into it to like essentially just do secret hunting.
Yeah.
Because there are a ton of secrets in this game. Like, you can play through it you can play through the whole thing like blasting by so much of it, and a lot of it has a lot of like really interesting backstory that plays into the main story really well. It's a really, really interesting game. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's essentially broken up into chapters. And each chapter you're playing the same game. Right. But it frames it in different ways, and it's so fucking cool the way it changes things like in between these different modes. Like, it'll make minor changes to mechanics, but it'll still make sense and still play essentially the same way. It's really cool. The thing about it is, like, I expected it to be more of like a cerebral, like, slow burn kind of game, because when you're in the cabin with the weird cabin man, it is just like overwhelmingly like scary. Like, I don't think it's specifically a super scary game at all. Like, it's not one where you're gonna do like jump scares, and it has like a bunch of It's spooky. It has a bunch of dark implications, and it's like...
It's just like eerie. It's eerie. There's elements to it that's like, like weird and dark, but not necessarily like a horror game. Full on.
Yes, there's parts of it too that are just like, ooh, so off-putting in like the best way.
Off
like
filter,
Like the sound design is incredible. One of my favorite like backing tracks is the one for the trapper boss fight, where like the hunter trapper is like, in game, he's like the person you sell your skins to in order to buy new cards, and then you actually run into him as a boss fight, and the backing track is just like the sound of like skin, it sounds like skin just being like ripped off of a body.
Oh god.
It's so off-putting, and it's burned into my brain, because it's like, ooh man. And it's like every time I do that boss fight again, I'm like, oh boy, baby,
I gotta go through that. Yeah.
I don't think it's like super super harsh in that way, but it makes some like really drastic tonal shifts.
Right.
I don't think this is much of a spoiler, but there's also some like FMV parts. Like you see it in the trailer. There's like FMV sequences which are like essentially delivering the main plot of the game. And I think those parts of it are pretty corny. Like, I don't think they're super well acted, which is like extremely weird, because the rest of the game is like immaculate. Like, it is such a masterclass of game design, just up and down. Like, it designs this extremely well built card game. It reshapes that card game in multiple ways. It introduces tons of new mechanics, it changes the way you interact with those mechanics, like, between chapters. And, like, and on top of that, it will just introduce a whole bunch of, like, different boss fights that do completely different things. Like, one of the ones later on that I did was minor boss spoilers, so, like, skip ahead a couple minutes, I guess. But one of the ones I fought later on in, like, towards the ending chapters were, like, I needed to design my own boss to fight. Like, essentially, they're just like, I forgot to design a boss for this part. You do it. So, we start the boss fight, and the first thing that pops up is, like, here are some variables you can pick from. So, just pick these, and then, like, try to play the boss fight out as best you can. But what I picked was, every time a monster gets killed, a new monster gets played. And then it went really buck wild, because monsters die really easily.
Right.
And it counted every time a monster died. Like, if you sacrifice a monster in order to play another one, like, that one will be gone. Like, that, like, it'll just summon another one, too. And it's completely, agnostic of which side you play it on. It'll play it on your side or the enemy side. And eventually, our sides just got both so filled up with monsters that it was almost unplayable. Like,
oh god.
I just couldn't, I eventually made my way through it so I could get to the next part where I could add another variable. And then the variable I added was like, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but it was like, every time a player draws a card, a monster dies. So it's like, okay, we have too many monsters. I gotta clean some out somehow. So it's just like, we're drawing, and then monsters are dying, but more of them are coming back. And then eventually, like, I was able to add one more. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was like, it eventually balanced itself out through fighting this, like, unfinished boss fight. It was really cool the way it, the way this game presents so many different options for you to just absolutely absurdly break it. Like, even in the beginning of the game, I got this one, you can get these things called totems, and the totems will give you, like, one like, universal buff to your cards. And it's like, I can choose, like, all my bird cards will get this buff or something. And the one I picked was, my squirrel cards, get the Undying trait, which is every time they're killed, they go back to your hand. And the squirrel cards are essentially your sacrifice fodder. And they have no cost, and you can play as many of them as you want, and you have a separate side deck specifically for drawing them. Like, every turn, you can either draw a card from your main deck or draw a card from your squirrel deck. So I just, like, completely broke the sacrifice system by just, like, okay, I just need to draw one or two squirrels, and then, like, I'm completely set on resources for, like, the rest of the match. Like, it gives you that many, like, weird options to just completely break the game, and it's so neat. I highly recommend it if you're into card games. I highly recommend it if you're just into, like, weird esoteric games, because you're gonna have a great time. It also has, like, the best ending. Like, I genuinely can't wait for Game of the Year, because I'm gonna spoil all of you on it, and, like,
I hope to try it by then. I hope to, like, myself try it by then. I keep putting off trying it.
It's so good.
Yeah, like, you definitely sold it. Yeah, you definitely sold me, like, when you first talked about it. I was like, wow, okay. That sounds interesting.
But yeah, it's neat. Everyone should give it a shot. The last game I played was Back 4 Blood. We've talked Back 4 Blood multiple times, but me and a couple of friends, like, finally beat it, because, you know,
what?
My friends are playing it. They're like, hey, it's on Game Pass if you just want to play it. Yeah. There's like 4 chapters.
Oh, okay.
Like there's like we played through the main story. Like I didn't like play through the game on veteran or whatever. Like this game is like brutal. Left 4 Dead was hard, but like you could tone Left 4 Dead down to just be like a fun, mindless thing you played with friends. But this game is just like out of the box from the recruit difficulty setting onward. It's just like bastardly hard. I kind of just don't understand why they made it so difficult. Like it's definitely in favor of you like buying all of the card perks that you can, so you can build like the best, most optimal deck for like a really interesting build or whatever. But like, you know, the way the game is structured, some builds are just like utterly useless. You can build a support build, and that's really useful. You can build like around scavenging stuff, which is also extremely useful. Like one of the characters, Carly, gets extra support item uses, and she starts with a toolkit, which is a really, really useful item for just like unlocking doors and like finding extra loot and stuff. You can make really, really cool, complicated builds. You can do a melee build, which in some levels is utterly fucking useless.
Oh.
Later into the game, around like chapter 3 or something, it started introducing the concept of like burning zombies.
Okay.
Which are like zombies that run up to you, and if they hit you, you just get lit on fire. And it sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, you know what would suck even more is if you didn't have a gun to shoot them and you only had a melee weapon. So, you're just constantly getting fucked up by them. It's just, like, the idea of a melee build is just absurd. It gives you the tools to do it, and when you do it, it seems super fun. Like, you're able to support yourself, and you're able to deal tons of damage just through melee attacks. But, like, the game is not built in such a way to support it. Like, because you're eventually gonna run into bosses that can, like, that are massive and can one-shot you, and you don't have a way to, like, hit their weak spot unless you pull out your gun, which, you know, you're probably gonna have a gun anyways, but it's not, then your gun isn't gonna be optimized because you didn't take any perks for getting better ammo or something. Like, it is such a bummer, like, yeah, like top to bottom. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say it was like a bad game. Like, I had fun with it. It was like,
does it feel better compared to your experience like during the beta?
It does, actually. Like, so they made really meaningful changes to the game, like, based on people's feedback. Like,
right.
Like, I remember when we were playing Recruit, like, fresh into it, and it just felt mindless.
Yeah.
And their response to that was, well, let's just make Recruit harder. And it's like, you know, okay, well, this game is definitely more engaging. I can at least say that much.
Right.
But, like, there were other stuff like one of the biggest problems out of the beta was the permanent, like, health loss. They added ways for you to heal that, like, during matches. So it became less of an issue. Like, it's still there. It's still an issue, especially in, like, higher level play, where it becomes, where, oh my god, I saw people play on Veteran, and if you just get hit by a special infected, it'll deal, like, 3/4 of your health bar. The damage they do to you is just absurd. Like, I don't understand how you're supposed to play that game. But, it's bastardly. They just made it really, really hard. I think the final boss fight is really dumb. Like, it's got some neat concepts. Like, they introduced this, like, really, really big, like, set-piece special infected, and you have to bring it down with your group of friends. But also, they just add tons of, like, there are just tons of zombie ads around you. Like, it has these big tentacle things, which if they hit you, just deal, like, shitloads of damage. it's just not fun to play. And then, like, the final part of it is it's, like, slowly crawling away in a cave, and you gotta, like, shoot the weak points on it until it's finally dead. And it's, like, it's just, like, a slow, boring, like, crawl. Like, my friends were literally in the back just dying to zombies, and I was just in the front just shooting the weak points with my big fuck-off sniper rifle. And then eventually, like, they actually died, and I finished it. But, like, it didn't feel like an accomplishment. It just felt like I was, like, doing my job, you know?
Right. It sounds like there's still balance issues.
It's less of a balance thing and more of just, like, it's bad boss design. Like,
That's
like,
yeah,
I think there's a way...
level design, too, which was the issue in the beta, right? It just felt mindless. Yeah.
So I actually really like the levels in this. Like, they do some really, really unique things visually with them. Like, there's one level that, like, you get underground the city, and when you get underground, it is just, like, it is a nightmare. Like, it is just, like, the entire place is just completely covered in this, like, diseased, fleshy, like organism, because the infection is just spread so badly. And it's just like, oh my god, like, you find yourself, like, going down tubes and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm going down this intestine, alright, okay.
Hell yeah.
And it's like, and there's, like, another part, too, where where, like, a bridge gets flooded, and so, like, there's not, like, so, or like, it's not just, like, a bridge, but, like, a whole city gets, like, flooded, and there's nothing left of, like, the city, but, like, there's just this huge, massive area that's just nothing but, like, cars and ships and, like, shipping containers, and they're all just, like, floating on sea, and you have to, like, make your way through there, to, like, recover some stuff. And it's, like, it's really interesting, like, it's really, really cool aesthetically. There are a bunch of, like, really neat levels that, like, are very inspired. I think that's definitely one of Back 4 Blood's strengths. There's one level, too, that is literally a Twitch stream killer.
Oh no! Yeah, this has been that was discussed, where it plays licensed music.
Yeah,
and they just never thought about that.
I'm sure. I don't know if they didn't think about it, but it's like there's not really that much licensed music in the game, except you get to this bar. Get to the bar.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this game came with a lot of, like, you know, outright WB Games saying, like, yeah, promote this on your streams, etc. And then they didn't consider that this level is gonna be present, you know, like,
it's just like this one level where you and the team are holding up in a bar, and then to activate it, you need to turn on the jukebox.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're not actually sure what decides picking the song. I think it's based on who activates the jukebox,
right?
But it will just play, like, a random piece of licensed music, and it's like, the one we got while playing was that, like, Tick Tick Boom song. I forget what it's called.
Yeah,
but, like, when my friends were playing it before, it was playing, like, Black Betty. You know, just like these very standard songs by popular culture standards. And it's like, I can imagine you playing this game on stream, like, not knowing this level is about to pop up, and then you get there, and then your stream is just down. You have been completely 100% DMCA'd. It's so fucked. Yeah, that's my take on Back 4 Blood. Like, generally, I had fun with it. Like, you know, shooting zombies with the pals. You know what? Turns out, still pretty fun. I think it's still got some problems, but
yeah, it's improved a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely improved from the beta, and it's on Game Pass, so it's like it's very easily accessible. I believe it's actually, like, the most popular Game Pass game right now.
I'm not surprised. People need a zombie shooter.
Yeah, it's out there. You can try it. Form your own opinions. You don't need to listen to me. You probably have already. You know, that game's been out for a bit. Oh boy, Elvie, are you ready to move on to this
We're
scary
ready to go in the news?
the news. I'm really gonna try and blast through this as best I can because we just have too much here.
It's the scariest news we ever have.
First up, WB Interactive is making their own Smash Brothers clone called Multiverse, which is we heard some rumors about it coming out from like Jeff Grubb and other people around other people around the industry, just kind of throwing it out there. It was originally the big rumor was that NetherRealm was making it. They are not making it. This is not a NetherRealm game. This is developed by someone else entirely. I don't know if we actually have a developer named yet, because it's still technically a rumor, but it's real. It's out there. Smash Bros. Player Hungrybox leaked the character select screen.
I'm sorry, that fucking name.
Yeah, we don't gotta talk about Hungrybox. A person I was in a tournament against.
Oh.
I never faced. That tournament was this like Chaos Hell tournament where like you could gentleman any rules you wanted, and it was single elimination, all online, no testing or whatever to see if you have a good connection. Like they just wanted people to like lag out and stuff. It was fun, but Hungrybox's playing through it was just. I don't think he played a single match. Like he just kept gentlemaning everything, going, "Hey, if you let me win, I'll give you like $50." And everyone just took it. At one point, someone requested that Hungrybox's mom record a video for them. I don't know. It's like I don't like Hungrybox. I think he's a dork. I think he's a dork and kind of toxic, but like. The way he was going through that tournament was pretty funny, and the way he like presents this thing is like amazing. Like this amazing character select screen is like, you guys thought I was lying, huh? Like, no, we knew about this. Everyone's talking about it. The character shown on this character select screen. I can't believe I'm saying this. We got Steven Universe. We've got Batman. We've got Harley Quinn. We've got Finn and Poe? I forget the dog's name. Is that right?
Jake.
Finn and Jake. Finn and
Poe is a totally different duo.
Is that something else entirely?
Star Wars. That's from
some Star Wars.
Yes, that is a ship.
That's right.
That is a ship you just described.
I haven't watched the new Star Wars.
That's fine. That's fine.
Talk to me.
But you see how powerful that ship is? It's somehow got in your mind.
We've got Shaggy, of course.
Mm-hmm. The most powerful man in the universe.
Which was apparently like the impetus, from what I understand, was like the impetus for this entire thing, because there's like that meme going around all the time of like Ultra Instinct Shaggy fighting.
Like he's gonna off the bat be a broken character. Like it's not gonna be good. Where's Scooby? That's weird, but yeah, very strange roster so far.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It is weird that Jake is separate from Finn. As we were describing,
we do have Superman. Mm-hmm. We do have Wonder Woman. My favorite one is Gandalf. Gandalf is. I can't tell, but it looks like he's apparently his own character. Just very funny. There's also Rick and Morty. Thumbs down. Bugs Bunny, which is amazing pick there.
Uh-huh.
Like, this game is so close to just being like the Troll Slayers game, and we need that. And then apparently Tom and Jerry is a character together.
Yeah.
And there's also some kind of like I don't recognize this character anywhere, but it's like this green,
I don't know what that is.
Reindeer looking thing.
Yeah.
Hungrybox said it was a new character,
an
but
original character.
If someone knows what that is, like what that's from, go ahead and send that to us so we can accurately report on it. This looks very silly, especially like in the wake of Nintendo not Nintendo. Well, yeah, Nintendo did do their own Smash Bros. Nickelodeon doing their Smash Bros. Game.
Mm-hmm.
It's as far as I understand, the Nickelodeon game had no influence over this game being made at all. It was just like Oh yeah, Smash Bros. Like we just want to make this silly ass game. So that's a thing that exists or will exist. Hopefully it's not. I've heard people not necessarily liking the Nickelodeon game that much. Like it's skews way too close to Melee, in that like you have to have completely broken hands in order to actually play it. So that's a weird thing. Hopefully this one is a little bit more like quote unquote casual friendly. Because I would want to I want to main Gandalf so bad. You have no idea. Let's move on to Sony recently doing their State of Play, which is their, I don't want to say monthly, but like it feels like every few months they run one of these bad boys. They showed off a couple games coming to the PS5, including Death's Door, which is the top down Souls-like where you play as a bird with a little sword. It's cool. First Class Trouble, which is a social deduction game. And Among Us, like I've actually played this game. It's fun. Like it's sort of like Among Us meets like Hitman, because like you get all of these like really weird like esoteric mechanics where it's like, oh, I can just like drop the chandelier out of nowhere, or like if two people think someone is the imposter, they can have one guy hold him from behind and the other guy like strangle him to death. like it includes like all that kind of stuff where it's like it's not just like a voting round where you pick it. It's like there's a bunch of stuff that you do in game in order to like try and figure this stuff out. Like every character has a push button where you can just push someone, which is like, it's a fun thing to do, but also like sometimes you can push someone into a pool and they'll drown to death. Like, it's cool. One of my favorite things from that game is there's the system that's called like suspicion points, where
sus points.
Sus points. You can. Every person in the game can apply sus points to every other player. So it's like, and you can also do like trust points too, where it's like, oh, this guy seems good. I'm gonna thumb him up. So, but it's like if someone like there is like a deduction / voting round, and like someone might like say something like suspicious during that round, and then you can just see their sus points in their profile go up as everyone just starts voting for them. It's very silly. It's a neat little like entirely player driven mechanic, which I think more of these games need, honestly. Like I think Among Us would be really cool with something like that. There is the Bug Snacks DLC, the Isle of Bug Snacks, which seems to feature a lot more primitive bug snacks, which are gigantic.
Oh, Dino Bug Snacks.
Dino Bug Snacks.
Oh.
It is free DLC, and it's coming early 2022. I almost said 2012, and there's no way that's correct. There's a Five Nights at Freddy's game. Who cares? They should more of that. No one gives a shit. Here we go. Kart Rider Drift coming to PS4. It's a kart racing game. They seem to have some kind of like who's doing this game? I don't know anything about this game, but it's like the first character you see seems to be a Mega Man.
It does look like a Mega Man. A little guy.
I'm looking it up.
He's just a little guy.
It's made by
just a little guy.
Is it Nexon?
Oh yeah, so Nexon has a lot of properties, so it's a specific little guy.
It has to be. Some of these characters just feel way too specific.
They're all little guys. They're all little guys and girls.
They feel too specific, but also at the same time they feel nondescript.
They have a jillion games. Oh. It's definitely something or someone. Maple Story ass like characters. Like there's Maple Story characters in here. I'm sure. I'm just looking at this one screenshot, so I'm not sure what.
I can't tell. I don't know. I think they're fake. I think that's a knockoff Mega Man. It can't be real. King of Fighters 15. Their open beta was announced, featuring 8 playable characters and different match modes of the full game being released in February 2022. They showed off more of Little Devil Inside, which is their, like, it seems to be their big PS5 tentpole game. That's like coming out next. It seemed like they tried to give a big presentation around like how it's gonna look from like a top-down gameplay perspective. Like, they have these zoomed in segments where you're like interacting with people, or like you're going on a mission and you're like, you know, fighting, you're doing a combat, and then in between those sections it's more of like a like top-down board game kind of thing. I don't necessarily know if I'm feeling it. It's a game that looks like it has too much money behind it, and because of that, I'm just not super interested in it.
Right.
I don't know. You got any thoughts on Little Devil Inside?
It's been kind of dragging along, you know. Like I forgot about it.
I feel like the dev cycle on it has been pretty normal.
Yeah,
but
I guess because like I'm just so used to how botched things are. We're like, oh, we got to hear about it. You know, yeah. I know no real thoughts on it right now. Again, it's just there's still like so little on it, in my opinion, to like kind of really grasp what it will be like. You know,
right? Then they showed off the trailer for this game called We Are OFK.
Oh yes, this is also the tease,
which is a like
a fake band,
sort of like it's an episodic biopic game.
Yep.
Starring the members of this like virtual band. Like it's not a real like, I guess they're a real band.
It's
like,
doing the whole thing where they're tying it into like in real life, like social, you know, probably social, yeah. They're trying to do that.
They're tying it into an album release as well.
Yes.
This looked. Do you mind if I share my real ass thoughts on this?
Oh yeah, for sure.
This looked terrible.
I mean, I had no real opinion on it either. It was just like, oh okay. It just seems like a regular narrative game, so I'm not sure, like...
I mean, who knows what the game is going to be like, but, like, the promotion of it was I remember
when we did first see it, like, a while ago, I don't even remember what show it was we were covering, but we were all, like, worried about it, you know, especially in lieu of, like... I think that was very fresh off of the, you know, the League of Legends fake influencer thing they were trying to do. Yeah, so we were...
Yeah.
I think I remember Solon was very scared about this in particular, just being like, you know, we were trying to look up I remember, yeah, we were trying to look up details on the devs, and it only listed the fake band name. Like, and there's very little information as to, like, who is actually making this, or, like, what is going on here. Or, like, I'm not sure if there's press coverage on this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to do thing where it's like, oh, fake interview. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see. Yeah. I'm sure there's more now since the state of play, but like,
if
the trailer itself was just like, it was the most, we are cool teens. It was like trying to poke fun at like the politicized nature of the video game industry, which is fine. Like, I think it's good to take those jabs, but then on the same time, it seemed like the actual progressivism that it was trying to represent was so aristocratic and like, here we are, these rich people making this like a extremely progressive thing. Like, it's like, oh man, it just rings so hollow, like top to bottom. And who knows, maybe the game is going to be fine, but like, if that's the level of writing that they're employing on like the trailer, and that like at all rings similar to what the game is, I just have zero interest in it whatsoever. It seems like the kind of thing that it seems like the kind of like extremely, like, what's the best way to put it? Like a boardroom thought this game would hit huge on Instagram, you know?
Yeah.
It just feels like it's so manufactured. I can't even begin with it. Let's move on to Death vs. Let It Die, set in the Let It Die universe, but apparently Grasshopper has nothing to do with this. It is as far as I can tell, it's like a battle royale game. Where, yeah, whatever. Okay, sure. You get a battle royale. You get. It looks like it has some cool designs. Grasshopper not being a part of it immediately makes me lose interest.
Yeah,
because I loved Let It Die. Like I wish I got further in it, but from what I heard, the higher levels of it were just untenably hard.
Yeah, it gets really broken real fast. Like literally, I can even say from when I played it, just literally after the first boss, it just is like, this is not playable.
Yeah.
I know, it's definitely not something that was. They just put it out too quickly. It's like, here's this funky Grim Reaper on a skateboard.
His name is Uncle Death.
Yeah, Uncle Death.
You got a guy named Uncle Death. He's like, they're
Sick,
playing all of this original music made for the game, made by like 20 different bands or something that are all about Let It Die. It's so, like, the entire vibe of that thing, especially for a free-to-play game, was so fucking sick.
Yeah, it could. It just sadly it could have been so much better. It just they didn't upkeep it, at all.
And I putting this game, Deathverse, in a Let It Die universe, seemingly not having any of the same charm as Let It Die, just whatever. Who I just don't care. But maybe it'll be fine. I'll probably try it. Who knows? It'll probably be free to play, especially if it's a battle royale. And then I think the biggest shocker, the biggest surprise out of this was Star Ocean: The Divine Force. They're making a new Star Ocean coming to PS4 and PS5 in 2022. It looks like it's a bit more open world, a bit more like action oriented and less RPG. The character designs look terrible, which is extremely on par with the rest of Star Ocean. It's so wild to me seeing this game that clearly is trying to ape from the Xenogears, that whole franchise, the Xenoverse. And then I'm just like, but this is a Sony thing. What could this possibly be? That guy looks terrible. Is this Star Ocean? And then it's so weird how they managed to make you think this is a Star Ocean game for something that is just so completely different. And then, of course, it's Star Ocean.
It's Star Ocean, though. Yep. Holy
shit! What a drop out of nowhere. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. It's very funny that it exists.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're making more of these games. They we need more shit like this out there.
Right.
Give us more weird space RPGs. But yeah, that's it for all of the major stuff out of the state of play. Whew. That's 2 entries from our news section done. We're moving along. Our next little sad bit of news: PAX South is officially over. They are for the foreseeable future. They're bringing they're canceling PAX South. They are. I'm trying to see real quick. I don't think they sold any tickets yet for 2022.
No.
Yeah, I was trying to see if they had already refunded them or something, but usually whenever I think about a convention, it's just oh, they already started selling tickets from the next one as soon as this one is finished. So. But yeah, it seems like they were on the ball of not bringing this one, not selling it for this one. Probably smart considering how bad COVID has impacted them. And also PAX South has always been the smaller of the PAXs, which I've heard is it was its biggest strength.
Right.
Because you could just go there and it wouldn't be just a huge packed mess from room to room.
Right. Actually walkable.
Yeah. And you could actually check out games and stuff and meet people. It seemed like a way more laid back experience. It's especially disappointing considering how many of us at Video Game Choo Choo have moved to the South and are like Texas centric now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh man, this probably could have been like this probably could have been like a major show that we could have covered regularly.
Right.
But now that's not a possibility. At least, who knows in the future, they might bring it back. But it seems like PAX South is out of the question. On top of that, like just a brief aside to dip into some Blizzard news, but BlizzCon has also been canceled. Sort of amongst the fallout of their whole thing,
everything,
the whole everything. But BlizzCon. Yeah, I guess we wouldn't be going to that one anyways. They also changed McCree's name.
He changed his name.
Not quite news, I guess, at this point, because everyone's heard about and joked about this at this point. But
right,
McCree is now known as Cole Cassidy. McCree, of course, being the name of one of the worst abusers in that whole harassment thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you added this as well. Bobby Kotick has cut his salary.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. Let me hear that.
I mean, what is there to say? What is there to say, really? He had what is it? How much was that bonus like a couple months ago?
Absurd.
Yeah,
like,
so like
millions of dollars.
I don't know what this is doing. This is not doing anything.
Yeah, he asked for a pay cut down to 62K.
Uh-huh.
Which
then
is
it's like
oh,
okay, sure, but then you still had $1 billion from us a couple months ago, so that didn't do anything.
He still has his assets. Like, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's not like, now that I'm making roughly the same amount of Bobby Kotick, it's not like I'm suddenly
right.
a CEO level. You know,
no,
like
yes,
he's already got his major investments.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, empty gesture.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a nothing gesture because like
that is significant.
More companies, more CEOs need to do this.
Yes,
but also Bobby Kotick. I'm gonna give him the old. You can't see it, but I'm doing the thing. I'm not doing the middle finger, but the thing where like you throw your arm up at them.
Oh yeah.
I think they do that in Europe. But yeah, thanks, Bobby. Among Us is getting new character roles for players.
It's gonna be a huge game changer for sure.
Yeah, there's one new role being added for the imposters and a bunch of new ones being added for the crewmates. And they showed off their big new one for the imposter, known as the Shapeshifter. It looks fucked up.
It's fucked up.
You can just completely take the form of another player and just like do your imposter stuff while in that form. So you're just like, if you want to frame someone, like if you want someone to see someone else climbing out of a vent, there you go. You got it. It's like, as soon as you do the imposter thing, like, your name changes to them. If they have any, like, custom cosmetics, like, even anyone, like, even those, like, ones where, like, little characters are following them around, like, those all get added to you and everything. Like, it's just so rude. Other, like, social deduction games have obviously had roles like this before, but it's interesting to see Among Us, like, branching out more, considering how much of Among Us is, like very finely tuned, Yeah,
it's kind of, like, solid as simple as it is, so it's very interesting to see. It's very interesting to always ponder, like, what else can be added to this, and yet this is something that makes sense, especially in the context of, like you said, other social deduction games have, like, a similar role where there is a character that can very much mislead you by pretending to be a different role.
Right.
So yeah, I think, this can really change things up in a very dramatic way.
There are extra factors that are added to the shapeshift ability. Under the settings, under the game lobby settings, you can choose what percentage of imposters are going to like be shapeshifters. And I'm assuming it's like an RNG roll, like, you know, are you a shapeshifter? Here's your chance of being whatever. But it's like, as an example, they say like you could have you have two imposters with a 30% chance of a shapeshifter appearing. You know,
right?
They also have a shapeshift duration adjustment roll, so it's like, you know, that seems like a good thing for balance, making sure the shapeshifter can not like stay someone else for a really long time, you know?
Right.
And then there's another one called leave shapeshifting evidence, because what happens is there's like a shapeshifting animation. So I'm guessing they added this in as just like an extra little thing to like, you know, to fine tune balance, because I bet they don't know whether or not like it would be a good idea to have something like this, because a shapeshifter is a very powerful thing.
Right.
So, like, you know, just having that extra thing there, being like, here's like choosing whether or not you want physical evidence of a shapeshifter in your game seems like a smart thing to add. Oh boy, that's all for Among Us. The spookiest game this Halloween. I'm looking forward to that. I love Among Us. I want to play more of it. All right, this one has kind of been this has been my baby story for a bit this past few days. But have you heard about New World?
I've heard about New World. I was almost interested in trying it, and yet everything new I hear about New World gets worse and worse. So, or rather, just not. I wouldn't say worse. I would say entertaining, like too entertaining to realize, I don't want to be a player of this game and then feel like I'm the butt of a joke.
Like on top of it, just having the concept of like, hey, you're a colonialist, colonizing a new world.
Right.
Like, there's some real problematic tones to that. But also, like, the game is a mess. Like, it had that whole issue at launch where, like, people just couldn't get in.
Yeah, it kept getting pulled out of development and back deployed to be, you know, like, there's clearly a lot of disorganization, and, like, especially in terms of, like, if you read about accounts of people who freelanced at Amazon Game Studios, so they, you know, talking about their timeline when they were there, when the game was being developed to deployment, like, it's not, there clearly is, there very, very visible, like, disorganization on all fronts with how this game was made. And recent stuff is making that clear.
Yeah, a whole bunch of bugs have been getting around. like I bring up that one at launch where like the servers were just perpetually full and no one could get in, and there were like week-long queue times, which is absurd.
Right.
Because it's a game hosted by Amazon, and Amazon makes servers.
Yes.
Like, if anyone had the resources to fix this, it would be Amazon. Like, but they just didn't give a shit. It's unbelievable. There is now an extremely common bug where, if you play the game in windowed mode, and you click and drag your window around, you become completely invincible. because calculations in the game are client-side authoritative, so it just doesn't send the data back to the server, and it never applies it. It's like if you're just moving a window around. So after finding that out, someone wrote a Python script that will shake your window side by side 1 pixel, leaving you invulnerable forever.
Yeah. Basically the best way to describe this in layman's terms, it's like, this is supposed to be an MMO where, like, what you're doing translates to, your actions are supposed to translate and, like, affect things real time in accordance with everyone else seeing you and interacting with you. So, what authoritative means, like, you're basically, like, in a weird sandbox CG model, like, experience that is unfortunately affecting everyone else. Like, like, which, raises a lot of questions in terms of, like, were the intentions of this game probably, like, initially it was just going to be a single player game at first, maybe, and they just did not, like, go back down into the layers of it and realize, oh shit. I
remember Fallout 76 having, like, a very similar issue.
Right.
Like, that game also, this game is sort of being heralded as, like, the new Fallout 76.
Yeah. So, yeah, at its core, like, whatever you screw around with your character, unfortunately, you can exploit that to cheat, essentially. You can exploit that to, like, do things like intervening. I have
a list here that I'm ready to read off.
Yeah, this is the number one thing you should not do when you're, like, programming an online game.
So, on top of like the shaking glitch, there's open world PvP that includes capture points, and if you're just standing on them and shaking your window, nobody can stop you. On top of that, there is a gold duping glitch by trading and then shaking your window and then exiting, so the gold never gets taken off your character, which has completely ruined the economy of this game.
Incredible.
Because it's supposed to be a game where money is finite and you're trading it between people.
Yeah, you're supposed to be bartering. Yeah, because that's the setting.
It's so good.
It is really good.
Your auctions, when they get sold, don't pay you if you're offline.
Good.
Amazon did finally issue a response to the window glitch. What they did was they disabled borderless windowed mode, which doesn't address the problem because the glitch is executed in regular windowed mode.
Oh no.
Oh, there's so many here. I have so many more. So the new thing that came out today is they found out that you can just the HTML code runs in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Which is bad.
Yeah.
You should not be able to insert HTML code into your chat. But people have been using that to do, like, a myriad of different exploits. They can send you a direct, like, some of the things I've seen is, like, they'll send you a direct link to developer items, and if you click on that link, you are just completely timed out, and you are kicked off the server for, because either that item just, like, doesn't exist, because it's technically a developer one, or it's, like, you get banned. There's another bug, I guess I'll keep going with the chat one because it's the biggest one. The really popular one I'm seeing is you can just spam images in the chat, which some people have done to, like, put, like, just completely blank images, like, into global chat, which will just completely cover your screen and blind you completely, which is something that Amazon did try to address and fix today, and people have already found a way to circumvent
Excellent.
it. It is unbelievable that this is happening. Another bug I saw, there's a bug with an AoE heal over time spell where if you crouch in it, you're healed the full amount instantly. So what you could do is you can cast the spell and just keep teabagging over and over again, and you're just immediately healed every single time. It's so fun. I've just seen, like, long laundry lists of bugs in this game, and it is just unbelievable that this game is, like, out in the way that it is.
Out in the way it is, made by, under the name of, like, a huge, how many digits corporation, like.
It's so bad that, like, I feel like we're gonna hear about people's, like, bank accounts getting hacked into, like, at this point.
Yeah, because it's like the severity of how far this can go. It's probably endless. Yeah.
God. Yeah, this game is a mess. It looked like shit to begin with. So, great job, Amazon. You did it.
You did it.
You fucked it again. Let's move on to quick hits. Far Cry 6's weird ass clinging email marketing. I saw like they would send emails to you if you weren't playing.
Yeah,
being
if you weren't playing enough.
If you only played 3 hours, you can do better than that. And
right, yeah, like in the vein of like what kind of like mobile game ads are like, just weird stuff. Like if like it literally will say things like your play hour time, which is like so like predatory.
I know.
Like what the fuck? And it's just weird coming from a game like this. Again, like the reason why like stuff like
I don't think it's weird coming from Far Cry 6 because that seems like just a predatory game from the jump.
Oh no, yeah. Like, oh, the how many times did you fap today?
Okay.
Like in the subjects, right? That's what it is like. It's like, but again, that's what I'm saying. It's weird from a game that has this like big budget behind it.
Yeah.
And like, it unfortunately makes sense why low budget mobile games or like literally just crappy games in general just do stuff like that because they want to grab your attention, like resorting to these weird baity tactics. It's just bizarre for it to be done for something like this that has advertising everywhere. Yeah.
I'm looking at the emails again. Like it starts with "you disappoint me," comma, and then the name, like your name, and then like the first thing it says after this is "it's amusing watching you fail," and it with just like showing the big face of what the hell is the actor's name? I know it. Giancarlo Esposito.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just shows his big old face being like, haha, you suck, you are so bad at this game. Surely you can play better than 3 hours from El Presidente. Like, man, you Ubisoft, I need you to stop. Just please. We need to kill, like, we really hoped maybe the harassment stuff that people were putting up with within Ubisoft might change some things.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It doesn't seem like it. Here's a fun one. Last Saturday we did me and Solid raced through the original Resident Evil, the remake of the original Resident Evil, completely blind, and we actually like both won. It was like, this cool moment. He beat me in playtime, but I beat him in in-game time, and we were both like seconds off from each other. So technically, I'm the real winner since in-game time, so the one that matters the most. But during the stream, Epic Games announced that they were so impressed by our live stream that they're adding Chris and Jill to Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. They love us so much.
Yeah, our power. Yes.
Video Game Choo has done this. We got. Hey, what's up with this Resident Evil board game?
Oh, the Resident Evil board game. That also too was weirdly, as I'm speculating, they're probably going to do something with OG Resident Evil. They might be doing something soon.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but they at the same time that same week landed on Kickstarter. There's a Resident Evil board game. I can't really say much to it. I have a lot to say about like licensed board games of big franchises like on Kickstarter. I have a lot to say about that, and I'm not going to bring that here. But they broke the bank. Apparently, a lot of people saw it and were like, "Oh, cool zombie!" The cool robot meme, cool zombie, and this thing like immediately the day of like just hit its goal. It's like, come on. But yeah,
they made $1 million
unnecessary. Unnecessary. I'm gonna try not to rant about licensed IPs on Kickstarter, but yeah, I think it's really just another piece of like evidence that they might be doing something with the first game. There's probably gonna be something up with it coming soon. Under timing around Halloween. Yeah.
Like a lot of times whenever like they get a board game, like anytime a board game license like gets a chance to do a board game they want to do, like I don't think it necessarily links back to like something happening with a game franchise. Yeah. Like we know right now that Resident Evil, that the devs on Resident Evil are working on the RE4 remake,
right?
Which is who knows what that is right now,
right?
But like the idea of a RE2 style remake of the original Resident Evil would be pretty cool. I think. Mm-hmm. Like I think they could easily fuck it up.
Yeah.
I think if they are going to do it right, they need to lean into the corniness of the original Resident Evil so hard. Like, they need to have, like, they should just straight up have FMV, like,
bring
actors,
that back, yeah.
Doing the original thing, and then it's like they go into the, like, as soon as they go into the mansion and it cuts to 3D, it's like, it's just like the face scans of those actors. Like, give us that kind of treatment, you know? Like, have them all overacting. Have them, like, saying really dumb, like, reads on, like, really classic lines. Like, you don't necessarily need to do the really bad, like, you're the master of unlocking, or like, God, there's so many lines. We just played through this game. I'm thinking of all of them. Like,
well, the sandwich
you don't need
thing.
to do. You were almost a Jill sandwich, but it's like they could totally lean into that in a way that would be really funny, or something like, take this. It's especially effective against living things. Like, it's like you could really do stuff like that in a read that is like corny, but in a way that is winking. That is very fun,
right?
That's what I hope they do with it. If they do something like that at all. I don't think they're going to. If they do, like we know the way these people redo games, they don't like to lean into the corniness of it, no matter how corny their games get. Resident Evil 6 was such a like a bomb for them that they just don't want to relive that in any way. But yeah, who knows? Who knows if there's going to be a Resident Evil thing? It'd be cool to see. Man, okay. A Wu-Tang Clan RPG is in development at Microsoft. The game uses, quote, Wu-Tang Clan lore, and that its soundtrack was created by the Wu-Tang Clan. This rumor was also corroborated by Jeff Grubb, who is an industry insider who usually has like a lot of like knowledge about these sort of things. What a weird thing to be working on. In 2021?
Yeah, I mean, good for them, but also, yeah, what a strange thing to jump on now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully that becomes something cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just dig, like, weird shit with music artists just doing game stuff. I don't know. Like, that needs to happen. Honestly, just give me that. It's a playground.
We are OFK, except we are Wu-Tang Clan.
Yes.
Their heartfelt adventure game. Persona composer Shoji Meguro leaves Atlas and has been working on an indie game for several years now.
Yep.
They recently revealed the name of it is Mega Rock. They showed a little bit of like the combat sort of.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know what it's supposed to be.
I don't know
think the models of it.
Yeah.
I think it's all like test models too, but they're working on it within Unreal Engine, and it definitely has that Unreal Engine uncanny valleyness to it. More details on the game are supposed to be shown on November 6th. We'll see that. Another weird game announcement. Apparently, there's a game being made about the movie A Quiet Place. This is a full announcement. It's being developed by Illogica, who have worked on Rainbow Six and Far Cry games as developers for Ubisoft. And it's being published by Saber Interactive. It's set to come out. For some reason it's set to come out next year. It's supposed to be a single-player, story-driven, horror game. There's, no info on it except, a website.
Yeah.
It's very funny looking at the socials for it, because it's they got their Twitter, they got their Instagram, they got their Facebook, they got their YouTube. There's just nothing on any of them.
They're just securing the name for now.
Yeah, they're just holding it. What a silly thing to be making a game.
Why is it not called A Quiet Game? That is my biggest issue. Why?
I feel like the Quiet Man kind of
I know, right?
having quiet in the title.
It's gonna be confused with that, and that's the other thing they have to worry about.
Yeah, that's the thing is they gotta immediately get compared to the Quiet Man, and they're just not gonna win that war.
No.
very popular streamer Pokimane is now a co-owner of the fighting competition EVO as part of the company RTS, alongside Sony. Weird, I guess.
Yeah, I don't. I have nothing. I have nothing to say about this because I'm not even. Yeah. I don't know either things. I don't know anything about fighting games competitively. And I don't watch Pokimane's content.
Me neither. I'm like very tentatively familiar with her.
I just know she's like big.
Yeah, she's one of those extremely big streamers that it doesn't make sense why they're so popular.
Right, yeah.
But she co-founded RTS alongside original Twitch founders, and I guess this is like one of their first big endeavors is just running EVO now. Mm-hmm. So good for them. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is getting a new third-party DLC character. This is interesting because they originally had a DLC roadmap, and they announced that this was not part of it. This is a change from it. And it is not a character from the world of Bloodstained, but they claim that they've been working closely with a well-known partner to bring the character to the game, which they're not announcing what character it is yet. Most likely a Castlevania character. Mm-hmm. Maybe, who knows? But it could be anything. So, fingers crossed on. I guess if you're a Bloodstained fan, I hope you get a new cool character to play as. Speaking of new characters, Melty Blood Type Lumina announced their DLC pass for 4 new fighters. 4 new fighters alongside character stories and battle stages. There's no price set yet, and we're going to see the first 2 characters as early as this winter, with the second ones showing up in spring of next year. Hopefully it's more cool picks like Saber. Speaking of things coming out next year, Digimon Survive has been delayed until 2022. Oh. I know this is huge, dark news for Digimon Otis and his kin out there. But people have been apparently looking forward to Digimon Survive. Yeah. I don't know. It's the hope, hopefully that game is good. Mm-hmm. Tell me what's going on with this Haunted Chocolatier game.
Haunted Chocolatier game. So Concerned Ape, creator of Stardew Valley, the Smash farming sim hit, has been making another game, actually, at last, after about his decade-long journey doing Stardew alone. He is now back to making actually a new game. And, he, it's, I mean, I don't know what to say about it. Like, yeah, there was a trailer released for it and, like, some teases of it, it seems like it's really pretty far on its way. Cause it seems like the template is pretty much similar to Stardew, except you're running, like, a chocolate making thing. A chocolate making business, maybe, or something to that effect.
You're becoming a Wonka. You're becoming a
Wonka. You're past the golden ticket stage. You are the Wonka. And yeah, that's as much as we know about it. But it has haunted in the name, Haunted Chocolatier. So I don't know what's haunted about it. I'm not sure if it's spooky. But yeah, it's a new sim to dig your hours on in.
And that is it for our extremely haunted news section.
Oh gosh, we survived. We survived the news.
I really thought we would get like less than 2 hours. I was hoping this would be like a 1 hour podcast, honestly.
Not with that news.
But no, I was too optimistic. But let's move on to questions. You want to if you want to scare our pantses off with a question, you can send them to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask and sound a lot like Shoeless, who asks, in Digimon Ghost Game, the protagonist's dad sends him a Digimon, tells him the Digimon is his new little brother, and then fucks off to the digital world. How would you respond to suddenly having a new little brother that knows attacks?
So this is also actually asked on Unlimited Railworks. No, but it's okay, because this is an incredible question that I think everyone needs to answer, no matter what category of podcast you are on.
Okay,
I
sure.
have already said my answer, but if one has not listened to the recent Unlimited Railworks episode, which has now gone free for everyone to listen to, where this question was asked. I pretty much
don't spoil. Let them get it.
Oh, okay. Well, should I say it then?
If you want to tease it,
I want to tease it. Well, it's nothing crazy. I think it's pretty normal in terms of energy that I will share with this creature. If for some reason my father decided to abandon me with it, and I made the joke of like, it's weird to me that the father just wasn't like, this is your dad now. That's a spoiler. I outright said that exact thing in the anime podcast. But yeah, nothing crazy. I don't think I would do anything crazy with it. That's really what the gist of it was. I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would be scared that he would fight me.
You'd be scared by.
I don't want to be beat up.
Even
by
though it looks like a
brother.
baby, it looks like a baby basically.
It can shoot fire.
It's like a big
or
baby.
something.
That's true. You wouldn't trust a baby with like fire for sure.
It could like electrocute me, and then I'd be like, ah, and then I would get logged off. My digital body would convert into pixels and fly off into the world.
Oh god, you'll be sent to the digital world. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
I hate going to the digital world. Shoeless, it makes more sense now that they sent in another question, knowing that one was from another podcast. But Shoeless also asks, which video game character would be absolutely insufferable at a Halloween party?
God, so many of them. So many of them. It's both a combination of like, yeah, there's like a combination of like people who are not great at parties, and that's okay. But then like they don't realize they can step back and just like unwind and like don't force yourself to talk to someone, and just realize like it's okay to just hang around and vibe by yourself. And then specifically with Halloween, there are certainly a lot of characters that are going to have some dastardly costumes that they should not be wearing, yet thought it was a great idea to wear.
I think that I don't want to say insufferable for this, but I think that Otacon.
Mm-hmm.
One
yes.
would bring Snake, who does not want to go.
Absolutely.
And then also would leave Snake by himself
mm-hmm.
the whole time,
mm-hmm.
which that would suck.
Right.
Snake obviously really good at hiding, so it's not like he's gonna have that big of a problem with it. But it's like his outfit that he brought is specifically so he can blend in somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But Otacon would bring like a full Evangelion cosplay.
Absolutely. He's gonna bring an Asuka body pillow. That's what's gonna happen. And he fucks off to play in the video game corner.
Exactly.
Leaving Snake alone, even though he should be obligated to help him,
He wanted to do a couple's costume in the first place. Snake wouldn't agree with it, and then he's just like out there playing Melee the whole time.
Right, he's just right.
Like I wouldn't mind if I was there with Otacon, I'd be like, "Hey, Otacon, hey man, what's going on?" Like I like Otacon, but it's like he would be I feel so bad for Snake.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you? Any characters you just don't want to see at a Halloween party?
God, I know I said a lot, but then it's like, okay, I need to narrow down specifics then. I'm thinking oh God, I have to narrow down to the basics of like thinking about a Halloween party for the basic Nintendo characters. Let's look at that. Let's see God.
You can go elsewhere. Like you don't want to see the Slender Man there.
Oh no.
I don't want to see a Five Nights at Freddy there.
Oh no, I don't want to see a Five Nights at Freddy's anywhere. Like at any party, at any holiday. What you mean like the fucking animatronics, like just showing up like outside of the context of the restaurant?
Yeah, like someone thinks
scary.
it's a costume, but like
they're scary and they're gross.
They just be so annoying.
Oh no, yeah. They keep malfunctioning.
They would stand completely still thinking like you're looking at them and you're like, dude, I know you're real. Like, can you stop doing that? No, it's so fucking like annoying.
The implication from those games too is that they probably smell absolutely rancid and like pizza grease, right? Like disgusting. Right. Just all sorts of disgusting things that have like festered on their suits. God, just would not want to see them anywhere. Period.
Yeah.
God, thinking hard about it. I don't know. I feel like any of the Danganronpa kids will be just very bad news.
Oh God! Even the good ones are like, just dude, why are you here?
I know, just thinking about like attracting misery, those sorts of characters wherever they go. It would ruin the Halloween party. Someone's gonna die. Like, and that's you don't know why.
I don't want Nagy there. Like, he's just gonna be like, oh man, how am I gonna solve this party? What are you talking about? He's like waiting for a murder to happen. People.
Yeah, in a normal way.
I think I would love it if some Among Us's were there, but
little guys.
I would hate it if one of them was an imposter.
Oh no, very bad. Wait, would they be like actually like they're? I don't know. I picture them very tiny. I don't know.
Oh, same.
They're like, they're just tiny little
they're
guys.
They're like the size of a cat or something.
Yeah, no, that's why. That's why I think I think an imposter would be kind of funny because they're just small.
Yeah, but then they'd kill you.
No, they killed the cat. They killed your pet. That's bad.
They could still kill a hurt. Like,
they'll bite your leg probably. Yeah,
they'll bite your leg off.
But you'll be fine. You'll lose a limb, but you'll be fine. I think
some of them have guns.
That's true. That's true. They just want gun. They'll just pull a tiny Glock out of nowhere. That's true. That is lethal.
That was a fun question. Let's go ahead and delete it.
I don't think I want any of those little fall guys to a party, though. I don't.
No, fuck no. Like, they'll just keep bumping into everyone. It's like, God, dude, come on.
No, but they'll have great costumes, but some of them are bad. Some of them are really bad.
I'm not going to call 2 being a great costume.
No, you're right. No, but I'm saying that, but they have a big variety where at least half of them are fine. You know, half of them are like this.
Someone's a unicorn or whatever.
Oh, yeah, it's like, all right. Yeah, it's someone's Kigurumi.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Someone just shows up in their Kigurumi. It's like, that's fine. You're vibing, sure. But no, absolutely. Someone's gonna, like, one of them is gonna be like in a Rick and Morty thing, you know, and it's like not gonna be great. But sure, they're just gonna bump into everything and just ruin, like, just yeah.
This next question is a little weird because, like, this is actually something we've talked about many times. We're actually, like, maybe working on a piece about it right now. I actually don't know what's going on with that. We'll talk about it after the show. But Anonymous asks, what movie/video game scared you the most as a stupid child?
As a child?
Yeah. Specifically a stupid child.
So movie and video game, or was it a video game turned into a movie?
Movie/video game. Okay. So either or.
Oh, okay.
We could maybe go on the movie experiences because we've talked at length about our like video game experiences that have scared us.
Yeah.
We did one of those. We did a big write up of like a bunch of us on the site like sharing our experiences a while ago.
Right.
And I guess spoiler. When's Halloween? Is it tomorrow or Sunday? Sunday. Yeah, we're probably gonna have another piece up like that like on Sunday as well. I should actually write up something for it. I don't know who's written up something for it, but like, you know, we've shared a lot of our thoughts on it. I specifically, when it comes to video games, I'm one of the many people who have like a fear of going underwater in video games. Mm-hmm. Also, that also kind of extends to just like empty black spaces.
Yeah.
Like if it's just like a completely hollow space, then I'm like, nope, no, can't do it. Nope, not gonna happen. This originally was sparked because I was playing Final Fantasy VII, and one of the like upgrades you get in that is eventually you get the submarine, and you get the submarine and you go underwater, and it's just like it's not like super duper scary or anything. Like there's definitely like blackness out in the distance, but it's mostly like little like funnels and corridors you're like submarining around. The part where I know my phobia got developed was I went underwater and then the emerald weapon came out of nowhere and it started a big battle with me and then killed my entire party. And then ever since then, going underwater in video games has just been nigh impossible. I replayed Final Fantasy VII a little while ago, like now, but it was definitely more recent. And even then, getting to that part, it was like I had to like really work myself up to get into the submarine. It's very silly.
For me, it's just, even though they're not meant to be scary, but like, I think a lot about character death animations.
Oh yeah.
Or like, I mean, the fucking like, in Mario 64 has like a lot of legitimately creepy parts. Like legitimately just the idea like Mario kills over or whoever you're playing kills over. And then Bowser's face like zooms in on that's creepy as fuck. Like that's like weird. Like, that's just like not like what? Like, but even compared to like other games where it's like, it's a little more goofy than that. Like, just like, oh, he dies, he falls off the screen and goofy music plays. It's like, oh no. But in 64, like, he fucking perishes. Mario just actually dies. It's terrible. I think a lot, too, about when Sonic dies. Like, you were speaking about underwater levels. And, when you're underwater in the Sonic games, it's just the fucking worst. He's pretty much, like, handicapped. When Sonic dies, the timer is, like, nerve-wracking.
It's stressful.
It is stressful, weirdly, but also kind of scary. Like, it's just like, oh god, like, what,
Weirdly, I can do that totally.
Yeah.
That, not a problem.
Right.
It's just like, it's just entirely, like, open, like, dark space,
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. Like, and on the other hand, like, I think a lot about, like, what is it? I used to be scared of loading screens. Like, in general. like, just, like, the silence would just rub me the wrong way. It's like, I guess some of them don't have, some of them have music playing and stuff, but I just clearly remember I don't even remember a specific game, but, like, just ones where it's just, like,
it's just, like, a black
nothing
screen.
going on. Yeah, like, it's just, like, no, I don't like that. Yeah, like, yeah, just something like that. Like, something about that it's
very
weird.
unnerving.
Yeah. Like I did something wrong, too. It's like, oh shit, did the game break? I don't know, just something about that. But it's just a void, just like the darkness. It's weird. It's uncanny. Yeah.
All right. Our next question comes from Anonymous. Anonymous asks, if you were transformed into a vampire, could you bring yourself to feed on innocent blood? Would you rather let the sun burn you to true death? It's important to consider these things.
Oh shit. Oh my gosh.
Very spooky question.
That is a very spooky question. Well, for sure, I don't want to be.
Oh, by the way, what's your costume today? We never got into costume.
Oh, well,
Sorry to give you a question and then throw you off with a completely different one. Yeah.
I am. Well, what are you?
I'm wearing one of those, those like life-size Among Us costumes?
Oh, hell yes. Yep.
I'm wearing one of those, except it's got a huge ass.
Oh, shit. I mean, do they not have huge asses? Is that not correct? Like, that's
I guess it depends on like the body type or something, but
I guess it depends which color it is, according to some people. Apparently, as from my understanding. Unfortunately, I'm a gamer, and I think that's scary. I have not left my house in a week.
That's the scariest costume of them all.
Yes. It's way too true to life. But to answer this question...
feed on innocent blood?
To answer this question in regards to vampires, I think ultimately, to answer a bigger question, I guess in a way, no, I don't think I would be someone who wants to live forever. No, I think that's like, I don't know, just with how so many stories explore the idea, I've always seen like the terrifying prospect of like, oh god, you're gonna like, yeah, seeing everyone you love die, seeing everyone you love will eventually pass away. That's just unfortunately the course of humanity. We're mortal.
Right.
And then just living, just experiencing way too much than what I think you need to do. Like, I don't know. I feel like at a certain point, yeah, I have a threshold of like how much I want to experience and want to live, so I don't think I want, it'd be interesting to like maybe live for several hundreds of years, but at a certain point, I don't think I want to deal with that anymore,
Oh yeah, no, I want to establish a myth for sure. Like, I don't think I would like willingly feed on innocent blood. Maybe a couple every now and then if I got desperate.
Right.
But it's like, I would love to just like aim for certain people.
Oh yeah.
And just like
vigilante.
All right, here we go. I'm the vampire that's gonna bring you down,
Right.
and then like maybe claim some of their riches for my own.
Oh yeah.
And then like build some kind of like keep in a mountain or two. I mean, I guess just one. I don't need more than one castle.
Yeah. Yeah. A castle is definitely a goal the moment I turn.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I would definitely be one of those vampires that's just like keeping a ton of blood bags like in a refrigerator.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like have an entire like wine cellar full of blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, like vampires don't necessarily need to drink like people blood. Like they can drink animal blood as well. They don't like it as much, but sometimes it's good to have variety. I would love to create some kind of mythos. I would definitely use the immortality to be a content creator and create take all the time in the world to just become like a Twitch streamer or something.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I'd be like, well, I lived a good life. And then I would I would bequeath everything to my subordinates. I don't think I would spread
to my familiars.
The curse of the vampire.
Yep.
But I mean, I guess I would have to. Like, if I'm biting anyone, then
some people do want it. So just pass that on.
Yeah, that seems like a mistake. I think I would be very selective about who I'm like spreading the curse to.
Well, no, for sure. If you're killing the terrible people on your hit list, they're not turned into vampires. You're sucking them dry, so they're dead.
No, they're I'm kidnapping them at least. But I don't know. It's at some point I would love to just like I would love to end the curse in such a way that breaks the curse forever. Because I don't want more vampires living on. That seems like someone would do it very wrong, and I feel like someone would eventually become some kind of tyrant.
Oh no, for sure. We don't need more impaling.
Which is yeah, exactly. Like, and it's initially what the curse of the vampire is all about is capitalism.
Yes,
and we don't need that. Thank you so much for Anonymous. That was a great question. Also, I don't go outside anyway, so I don't have to worry about sunlight. I'm already nocturnal. Like it's fine. I got it. I mean, I guess at that point I would just be eating like a Whataburger, but oh man, they don't serve Whataburger burgers like raw. They don't serve them like rare.
No, yeah, fast food places don't serve it rare. So
oh man, that's gonna be a bummer if I'm a vampire. All right, our last question comes in from Harlequin Wheels. Wheels asks, which video game are you handing out to trick-or-treaters this year?
So, specifically, no, there's a distinction between giving the trick and the treat. So, I think there's two answers to this, to be honest.
So you're categorizing
like
these
a good
children,
game and then a shitty game, or like a game you want, or a game you want to give as a trick, That's what I mean.
There are tons of people who just have many copies of Sneak King. And I consider that game a treat. See, that's the thing. See, I have like so many games, like just physical games I'm just not playing. It's like, if kids started coming over and being like, hey bro, could you just give me like your copy of Persona 5 or whatever? I don't think I would say no. Like maybe some stuff I would be a little more like, picky with. Like, I don't want you taking my like one copy of Dark Souls 2, That one's not like that one's nice. That one's in a steel case. You can't have that. But like if I had to mass purchase a game to give out, I don't know if I could do that. I'm definitely not giving out my copy of E.T. for the Atari. That one's precious. My collection is so stupid. Like, I would have saved so much. I would have saved like so much like space and effort when I was moving down to Louisiana if I just didn't have like a big dumb collection of video games. I think every trick-or-treater should experience Metal Gear Solid 2, a game that is extremely resonant with our times. And I consider it quite a treat. That's a thumbs up from me.
My mind immediately went to like Game Boy Advance games because they're like candy size.
Ooh, yeah, you can hand them out like that. Oh, that's
and
good.
And some of them are like colored in a cool. Like the Pokemon games are like in the translucent. Like, oh yeah, don't put that in your mouth.
Well, you could also do Switch games, and those already taste bad.
Choking hazards, yeah.
They already taste bad, so we don't need to worry about people choking on them. Oh, that's good.
Tested.
What's like the least popular Switch game?
Oh, well, so a couple of games I would love to give out to trick-or-treaters, pulling back into my brain a little bit years back, when I did not have a good PC to play Sims in proper. I was very much into the Sims Game Boy games. Where they were actually strangely decent RPGs in a way. But no, they're very limited and linear, and they are what they are. They're not Sims in any capacity, but I think they're treats. I think they need to be experienced because also they had like insanely banger soundtracks of the 2000s that I think also need to be preserved in like collective memory. Like you have fucking like the Black Eyed Peas, like the Black Eyed Peas, Real Troopers. They've done like so many Simlish interpretations of their songs for like every Sims game, I feel like, with or without Fergie. So kudos to them. But yeah, those games are very interesting and very much a relic of their time. They do very feel Y2K for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure what is are you talking about least selling Switch game right now? Is that what you
I looked up a listicle. And I have the 15 worst Nintendo Switch games rated by Metacritic.
Mm-hmm.
Number 15 is The Elder Scrolls Blades.
Oh.
Do you remember this?
Oh, no, I do. I think I do. That name sounds familiar.
It was an Elder Scrolls game that was released for mobile devices. And then it like also got ported to the Switch as well. I completely forgot about this. It looks bad. There was Contra Rogue Core, which I heard was not a very good game. Gleamlight, I don't know anything about this. This looks better than probably people give it credit for. The game purposely features no UI in order to be as immersive as possible to players. Okay, sure. Nickelodeon Kart Racers.
Oh, no.
Hello Neighbor is on this list for some reason, which is fine. We don't, That's one. This one's funny. Senran Kagura Reflections.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. You can't hand that one out to trick-or-treaters.
No, not those kinds of trick-or-treaters. No, you know what that's in? That's in the, when you go to, your friend's adult Halloween party, that's in the candy bowl at the front, like by the complimentary candy bowl just sitting there by the food. That's in that. Not for the children.
Please take Senran Kagura.
Yeah, please take. It's the.
It's right.
It's mixed with it's mixed with the candy.
It's right next to the key bowl where everyone has dropped their keys.
Next to the hand sanitizer. Yep.
Number 9 they have here is The Dear God. That's kind of a bummer. That game looks cool. I saw a little bit of it. It's neat. Blades of Time? I don't remember this at all. What is this? I'm just finding out about weird games now. Number 7 was Toho Kabuto versus Burst Battle. No, Toho Kabuto v Burst Battle, which is a Toho fighting game.
Wonder why.
But it didn't get the praise and acclaim that it needed to get any higher on Metacritic's chart, and is among the worst Nintendo Switch games.
Oh, interesting.
Number 6 is a game called Hollow. It was apparently released in 2018. It was an action-adventure survival horror game. The game is riddled with bugs and suffers from significant frame rate drops. It does look like one of those games that was just like an Unreal Engine game,
Like it looks...
Probably not. Yeah. Probably doesn't run great on Switch.
Oh, this doesn't look like something you should give to kids either, though. I'm seeing like some half-naked ladies here. Ooh. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Number 5, Ark of Alchemist. I don't even know what this is. It just looks like one of those JRPGs,
Another
Another one, just like that. Fantasy Hero Unsigned Legacy.
What? They said there's so many words you said, yet they sound very generic. Like, the more words we can add to this fantasy title, the more it will stand.
The number 3 worst Nintendo Switch game, Ark Survival Evolved.
Wait, is that related to Ark of Alchemist?
No, it's related to Ark.
Oh.
As in, it's the game Ark.
Oh, that Ark. Okay.
But it, was ported to Switch, and it runs like garbage.
Oh, no.
Number 2, Tiny Racer.
Oh.
And number 1,
number 1?
The worst game on Nintendo Switch, Vroom in the Sky. I can't tell what this game is. It looks like a sort of magical girl game where you're flying from objective to objective, sort of like that Spyro minigame,
right,
where you just fly around.
Right.
But then that's all it is.
Oh, I see.
It has a Metacritic score of 17.
Oh no! Yeah. These maps look awful.
Oh, it looks terrible.
Oh god.
Anyways, to all of our trick-or-treaters, thank you so much. Here is your copy of Vroom in the Night Sky.
Happy Halloween. You're playing a witch. Yeah, it's relevant.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Oh, we made it.
We did.
Oh, it's only 2:28. Holy shit, that's too long. Thank you so much, LV, for coming with me on this extremely news-filled video game.
Very scary journey. We did it.
Where can we find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at LVMAEPARIN.
Awesome.
I'm there.
You doing anything cool?
We're approaching November. And for a lot of people, they like to. There's various challenges November is associated with, some of which I will not go into.
Okay.
But, a big one is like...
Well, which one are you doing?
A nice one, a safe for work one. Well, as you know, a lot of people participate in something like, something that is known as NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I am not going to write a book, but I'm going to try to take it upon myself, among other people, to probably, write some tabletop games here, write some short stuff. Short form. Yeah, neato. I believe there's a specific name for it. Let me see if I can pull it up quickly. If anyone would like to participate or, look around tags if you see other things of that sort, you might see people sharing their progress of things. And yeah, NaNoWriMo's a great one because, sometimes people don't write full-on books either, but they're just doing things like maybe writing short stories. Oh yeah, okay. National Game Design Month. And the short form for it is called... And in terms of National Game Design Month, it's specifically tabletop games, like role-playing games. But it is conflated with video games too, for people who want to do game jams. So that's also happening for sure. But it's funny because the but the short form for this, like how NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month, this is, National Game Design Month can also be shortened to Naga Demon. So that's pretty sick.
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
But yeah, that's happening. So you might see me just talk about tabletop a lot for a bit. And yeah.
Awesome. I'm Scott Blah on Twitter, SCOTTBLAH. If you want to check out our stuff, you can go to videogamechoochoo.com. We're on Twitter at VGCC. Our Tumblr is videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com, and you can always add a /ask there to ask us questions. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/videogamechoochoo. youtube.com/videogamechoochoo, twitch.tv/VGChoochoo, where you can check out, you can also check that out, you can go there and to twitch.tv/chorbsp to check out the archives of, Resident Evil, our extremely long marathon of the first Resident Evil game. If you like what we do and you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/VGCC, and $3 a month will get you our Express Pass, which will get you all of our Patreon content a week early. You can also go to our Discord, the GameZone.zone. Come join us, come hang out, and come have a good time. Music for the Video Game Choo-Choo podcast is Crush, made by Melt Channel /Magic Circuit off the album Magic is Real. You can go to meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com to check out more. Thank you so much, LV, for joining me, and thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of the very spooky Video Game Choo-Choo podcast. Goodbye, good night, Boo!
Ah!